Order. All of those that can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty for all. Happy 250.
All right. 250 in one day. Or several days. Wasn't counting right. Roll call, please.
All board members are present.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Oh, we can't read through.
Motion to approve the agenda, Salvia.
Support.
Moved and supported. Vote, please.
Mr. Howe?
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte?
Yes.
Ms. Frederick?
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia?
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Hamel?
Hamel, yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported. Anybody have any questions? Vote, please.
Mr. Charlotte?
Yes.
Ms. Frederick?
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia?
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Howe?
Yes.
Mr. Hamel?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Okay, we're already out of control. That's good. All right, announcements. We're starting to get a book here every week or month. That's good. So our building official and ordinance department supervisor recently retired, and we want to wish him all the best. He will be working 1 day a week or 1 day a week until the end of the year, because our new building official needs to be brought up to speed on some things. So he's agreed to do that for us, and we're going to miss him. He's done a great job. The public, the carpenters that have to work with him, and the people doing building projects all report back. Just love the guy. I mean, he's just great attitude, super responsible. Wish him all the luck. Highland Farmers Market will be open July 11th through October 3rd on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in front of the Township Hall. The concerts, summer concert series, sponsored by the DDA, will be on Tuesday evening beginning July 7th. That's tomorrow night. Through August 11th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Veterans Park. The cool thing is this is the first band that'll get to play underneath the train station that got moved from the corner. So we now have a covered bandstand, if you want to put it that way. So they get to break it in. Summer sidewalk sale, shop local on Friday, July 18th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, July 19th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's sponsored by the Highland Downtown Development Authority. Our next Talk of the Town meeting will be Wednesday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. here in the auditorium, featuring the Downtown Development Authority. 9 days of early voting will begin Saturday, July 25th through Sunday, August 2nd in the Highland Township Auditorium. Election day is Tuesday, August 4th at Milford High School. All of the voter will be done at the high school. So the previous precincts out at the different schools and VFW Hall and all that are now, it's all going to happen at the high school. So everybody will show up there and you'll be directed to your correct precinct to vote. That's the polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on August 4th. And Chief, would you like to make an announcement?
Right after the deadline for the notification of everybody, we received back from Enbridge that we received a grant for $14,320 to put toward new 4-gas monitors for our frontline vehicles. So that'll get us 3 to 4 4-gas of the newer, better quality 4-gas monitors and upgrade our costs and everything. It's one of the grants that we had mentioned months ago about going for a bunch of different grants. So one came in. And I want to thank Laura Carpenter did most of the work for that one. So I really want to thank her for that.
All right, thank you. Yes.
I just want to mention that because there was a candidate who dropped out of the Senate race over the weekend, if you have already submitted your absentee ballot or started completing an absentee ballot and you want to change it, you can bring it in, but there is a deadline of July 25th if it's already been submitted. So get a hold of our office and get that done if you need a fresh ballot. Do not use whiteout.
What happens if you don't?
If you use whiteout, then it makes a lot of work for all our workers. Because what? Yeah, if you already voted for a person who dropped out, then your vote just won't count. But a lot of people like their votes to count, so I thought I'd mention they have that opportunity.
All right, cool. Okay, anybody else have anything you want to say? So public comment? Anybody here would like to make a public comment?
Can I say something first? Rick, can
What?
I say something?
Sure.
Public comment? I just want to say again, the fireworks were amazing. And all I know is everything I've read on all the posts on Facebook, wherever, everybody was very happy and it was very enjoyable. We sat up by the Save a Lot, or the not Save a Lot. It's still Save a Lot. Yeah, Save a Lot. It was great. I actually stayed in my car. It was great. Sat in the car and watched like at the drive-in theater, and it was awesome. And Lieutenant, great job with the setting up to help people get out of that parking lot. I was home in 2 minutes. It was really excellent. But fireworks were great, and it's very exciting when you're sitting there watching and realizing that you're part of the board that for how many years now we've included it in the budget, where I say this every year, but we're not nickel and diming people to put the fireworks off. It's a great give back to the community, and it was really excellent. Once again, it was awesome. So just wanted
All
to
right, thank
very
you.
good.
So this is the only chance for public comment. So I know there's a group of you here. Do you have something you'd like to say? All right. Come up to the front here. You got 5 seconds. No pressure. Okay, push the button on the microphone down there. Right on the, look at. No, you didn't push it hard enough. No, no.
Oh, that button. And I'm an IT guy. All right,
Well, that's an analog device, so
say again.
it's an analog device, so you should have been able to
Oh,
get that.
okay, well, that explains it. All right, well, I'm here about Barn 45.
Okay,
Oh, 2300 Horseshoe Drive, Joe and Renee Youngs. Well, I guess I'll go down the bullet points. So I guess I'm speaking for the group. So as you guys know, there were 2 structures that were built on that property without permits. I'm sure they're rectifying that, but I'm just bringing that up as a matter of record. The lighting issues that he referred to at the meeting, I think that was in February 19th. He commented that Jamie Lee commented that had been resolved. And according to the property or the offended property owner, the lighting issue was not resolved, maybe per ordinance, but not to his satisfaction. Okay, so as the crow flies, I'm about 1,200 feet from that place. And I can hear those concerts, which handily exceeds 200 feet per ordinance. And I have a question. I don't know if I am allowed to ask questions.
well, the thing would be is whether we can give you an answer or not, but go ahead and ask.
You are the supervisor, correct? So,
Correct.
When a special use,
No, put it right up to your mouth. The lid part there.
okay, so it's that touchy. Okay, anyways, the permits that are issued, are there 2 different types of permits? Is there a special use permit and then just a regular permit? Okay, well, I mean, that kind of sets the stage for other things. Anyway, so since the property is zoned as a residential, doesn't the issuance of 16 permits for weekend concerts begin to move this property outside the confines of residential use? And is the special use permits an appropriate avenue for circumventing the noise ordinance? I expect I don't need to read the ordinance to you guys. But overall, it appears to me that the owners have not and are currently not acting in good faith. And I saw on a planning commission review application, he states, excessive noise, sound amplification, associated, blah, blah, blah. In bold, it says the event has previously been conducted on 4 prior occasions without known nuisance complaints or township concerns. I can't speak for the township concerns, but I know that we called a couple of times last year. We've called a couple of times this year. And I know neighbors have called a couple of times last year as well as this year. We were calling the sheriff's department. Little did we know, because you guys don't have 7 days a week ordinance enforcement. We can't call you guys on the weekends unless you guys want to give me your phone numbers, perhaps.
Well,
Okay, yeah, I didn't think
actually,
so.
I'll give you an answer on that. The noise ordinance is enforced by the police. It's not enforced by our township office.
Okay,
So if it's a noise ordinance, that's a separate thing. When you call and you leave a complaint, you call the sheriffs, that gets registered, those get recorded, and then we get that information back.
now are you guys automatically awarded that information? Or do you have to go ask for it, or you have to go dig for it? Okay, all right, that's fair. All right, let's see, current, yeah, so limited to, okay, so there was another thing where it said limited to outdoor noise, and this was per the item on page 2 of the 2026-219 meeting minutes. Is not being adhered to.
That's okay.
The limited to outdoor noise per item A on page 2 of the 2/19/26 meeting minutes is not being adhered to in our collective opinion. And also there was a memorandum dated for 2/19/26 on page 2. It outlines standards for special land use under section J, article 2. It states that in part that the proposed special land use shall not cause substantial injury to the property in the area. I don't know how substantial is defined, but I know if I wanted to put my property up for sale, I think it would be appropriate that I would have to let somebody know I have a concert venue in my backyard. And that clearly would limit the audience that would be interested in purchasing any of our properties for that matter. Anyways, so when issuing permits, back to that, are there regular permits and special permits? There are 2 different types of permits?
It's a special use permit.
For all the activities of the site, including annually reviewable permit for the Sunday night live event. It's part of their special use permit. The other event is the large outdoor concert, the worship and baptism night. That was a one-time permit, and that would be reviewed again by the planning commission unless another similar permit was requested.
So I'm under the impression that that event has already happened. Do we know? Okay, well, all the events that have occurred there since then have been just as loud. I just want to make that known that, you know, they are loud, and I'm 1,200 feet away. I can't sit on my deck without hearing what's going on there. It's pretty ridiculous. So if you have a special permit or a special use, you can violate the sound ordinance within the confines of the time that is allowed. In other words, done by 9 p.m. That allows you to be loud. Does the 200 feet apply or not apply?
Beth is our planning person, so.
Doesn't give you a blanket, right to cause a nuisance, and the sheriff was called out for noise complaint, they would respond like any other noise complaint.
Because I know the last time I called, the noise did not diminish. And I'm going to assume that I called that somebody was dispatched there, but nothing happened. It didn't get quieter. So my guess is the sheriff shows up, they find out they got a permit and they just walk away.
That's not working. Then we have to get something. So you would have to make a report.
Okay, that's no problem. So in other words, yep. Okay. Yeah. So, because they do ask that, do you want the officer to come by? I've always said no. So I should be saying yes. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I understand.
So yes, that we don't take the court for action, but take it time. It gets to a point where you reach your limit. You want to make a report, show up to court, you want to see a deputy issue a citation.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so I'm also curious, or we are curious, when they describe these events, they describe them as large events. What does large mean? Because we had somebody go there on not the weekend of the special event, but a different weekend, and they had 200 to 300 people there. That seems kind of large to me.
I don't know what the maximum allowable is on that particular site.
Okay. Anyways, I'll just move on. So basically they have they can have one concert, and I just want to make it clear that they're having concerts every weekend and they are loud and we all hear it.
All right. I'm going to interrupt you for just a minute because I think we can take this to a different level. I think that what we need to do from this point is have a conversation with the owners and explain to them that there needs to be some sound modulation in this and lighting and all that. So we'll look into getting some response out of them. If they refuse to do that, then we can escalate it. I mean, we have the right to escalate it. And I think that's not an unrealistic thing to ask. I don't know if you can't make it permanent, like totally quiet, but I think that I'll make a visit myself just to see what's going on, how loud it is, so on and so forth. And well, let's see what we can do. And then if it continues to be an issue, then we'll bring it back up, but also continue to complain because it's documentation.
Yeah, I understand.
Just to say, we heard it,
she made that clear.
I'm not trying to say one way or another, but I know that from one end of this road out here to the other is 900 feet. So another 300 feet puts it across M59. That's a pretty good distance. So they got to be pretty loud. I don't know.
What day are you hearing most of this on? Is that a
It's-
specific day of the week?
Well, usually when they start their season, it'll be a Saturday and a Sunday, and we assume that maybe the Saturdays were sound checks for Sunday. But the last couple of weekends, it's only been on Sunday.
On Sunday night. Okay.
Yeah, we don't really.
So when I'm on the planning commission, when the planning commission reviewed it, Beth, if I'm not correct, we made it that it's going to be a yearly thing. Like they have to give us a report at the end of the year. And I'm not saying that it's all, we'll have to figure out how loud is too loud and all those other things like that. But when we kind of approved it, there was not like a specific number that we kind of attached to it, right? Because 20 people could be loud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just because it's a lot of people does not necessarily mean it's going to be loud, right?
Right.
So it's on them, in my opinion, to control however many people or however they're, what direction they're doing or whatever they're doing. They're not supposed to have any amplified music. So is there like speakers out there or what is?
Oh, I mean, it sounds like you live on Pine Knob Road by Pine Knob. It's loud, man.
So if they have, I mean, to my knowledge, right, Beth, I mean, we basically told them that they get the one special use permit, that the one time thing, and that they could have, I mean, I don't know exactly. I might not have been at that meeting, but every other weekend, they're not supposed to have any amplified sound whatsoever. It's no speakers if they want to, you know, right. But even at that, I mean,
I mean, even if they are, I mean, barn doors are open. All I know is we hear it every Sunday.
so I mean, I think that's a good idea. I think what we need to do is look at it, but in the same sense, make the reports, and then this stuff is all going to get reviewed, right?
Right.
And when,
So at the end of the year, when the planning commission reviews this, those are all elements that get put into the pile to say, you need to rethink this or the special use permit gets denied.
Yeah.
So,
No.
no, I think what we need to do is, like I said,
Like you said, it's
some of us need to go out. When they're gonna have this event, listen to it, and if they're using PA system, then we tell them, you gotta shut that off. Sorry. But you know, I can directly speak to the owners and tell them that this is the way it is. You've got, you know, enough people that are surrounding you that are disturbed by it. It's not the right thing to do. You know, you were given a special use permit. Here's the guidelines, which I don't have memorized in my head, but here's the guidelines. You're apparently not following them. So remember, there's a review at the end of the year, and it could make a difference in whether you get to renew your program or not.
Right.
So the positive thing that I'm going to say about this events that they have here is that I grew up here in Highland, and never did I have an opportunity to gather with a number of people of my own age and who were of a persuasion to not be doing something that they shouldn't be doing. I mean, there's a tremendous number of kids involved in this. It's a great avenue for them. Was it the best location? Yeah, I can't be saying that, because what happens is they're a church. A church has specific rights to be able to use parcels that other businesses can't. You can still call it a business, it's a church. But I think that the overall element of it is a good thing, but how it's being handled has some deficiencies. And so let us see what we can do with your conversation here. Get to the next, I don't know when the next one would be, Sunday, right? Next Sunday they do them.
Yes.
So do you know what time that is?
Sunday was canceled due to weather.
What, do you know what time it is?
I think it's 6:30 to 9. All right. Well, just so you and I are on the same page, when I was here on the February 19th meeting, I made it clear that I was happy to have them in my backyard because I approve of what they're doing, their mission, so on and so forth. I just don't agree with some of the means that they're using to promote that mission. Because to me, if the message is important enough, skip the concerts. If the message is resonating with people, you don't need the concert because we don't want to hear it. I had a few other things, but I think we're good.
All right,
Good.
great. Then we will be looking into this. We'll get
Okay.
some more information. I'll let you know what we get out of it.
Okay.
And we can go from there.
Okay.
Beth, do you have his contact information?
Can I leave it with somebody?
Mhm.
Or is it on the sign-in sheet? Can I put a phone number or?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be
Okay,
great.
I'll do that. All right. Fair enough.
Would you bend that microphone up? There you go.
Probably a little better for me. Mark Menard, 2400 Horseshoe Drive. So I'm probably 300 feet past him and I can hear clear as day, word for word, what they're singing about and what they're preaching. Like you said, we don't have any issue with the message, with them being there. It's not anything to do with that. We live where everybody has 5 to 10 acres. We like the peace and quiet. I mean, there's horses and cows and all sorts of other animals. We liked hearing that stuff. We can't with that going on. So that's my biggest thing. If when you guys go and you deliver the noise complaint, could you let them know that they are allowed amplified sound outside? I think hearing that message from you guys would go a long way. So I think if they knew that, they might tone it down a little bit.
So pray for rain every Sunday.
No, no, I don't want to cover my
I
back.
don't want to ruin my day either, but all right. I really appreciate the conversation on this, and we do care a lot, and more often than not, people don't come out to have discussions about this stuff. And so if we don't hear the right things from people, then we have to react based on the knowledge that we have. And so the intent was never to have rock concerts in the middle of the nice quiet place on Sundays. So, but the gathering thing, I think, is a very valuable tool to, keep some people on the straight and narrow, if you want to call it that. I'm not a religious person, but I know that there's values that are passed along that make a difference in the world. So appreciate it, and we'll look into this. All right. Thank you.
Can I just make a comment real quick? So we have staff that works here full time during the day, and they're the ones that have the answers to the questions that you're looking for. And so your first option shouldn't have to be to wait for the next board meeting to come talk to us. You can call our staff at any time. And that's a better way to get answers to your questions.
Put it right in front of your. No, don't tip it down. There you go.
There was one last thing I wanted to bring up, which I thought was odd when I was here for the planning meeting for the wedding barn on White Lake Road. I made this same comments that I just didn't want to hear the noise about it, but I was really surprised that was denied, and that barn 45 was given such a wide berth of latitude. I mean, 16 events, and basically the wedding barn on White Lake Road just got flat out shut down.
No, I don't think that thing gets shut down.
It didn't get shut down.
No, it got the same meeting you went to, that barn 45 thing was like 5 meetings. So it got tabled to the next meeting is what happened at that meeting.
So did they get their approval? The wedding barn?
Well, I mean, basically the planning commission reviews it, asks questions, reviews it, the staff deals with it. And then once all the questions and all the stuff gets hammered out, either gets approved or denied. But the one just down the road from there did get
all right.
approved.
So I misunderstood, because I was concerned that, that barn 45 would get such a massive leeway and the wedding barn would just basically get shot down.
Yeah.
They
I
didn't
was
get
just
shut
concerned
down.
about that.
There's guidelines that they have to follow as well.
Okay,
So.
fair enough. Turn it off. Yes.
All right. Any other public comment?
Bill Anderson, 3301 Saddle Ridge, Highland. Got a question for the fire chief. Okay. I got my absentee ballot for my upcoming voting here in August, and I'm looking at the proposal for the millage, and I'm saying to myself, where was I? What publication did I miss that told me what the increase was to be used for? I know I was here to a meeting before and it was explained there, but to my neighbor down the road, he doesn't know what the increase is for. First time, if he only shows up on election day and sits there and looks in front of that thing, he's going to say, huh, what's this? There was nothing in the mailing, even in the absentee ballot thing under the little fire section, it didn't say anything about what that was, what the reasoning for that increase was going to be. And I haven't seen anything in the Milford Times, because I get that. So, maybe it's on a fence post somewhere here and I just haven't directed people toward that. So just a comment here. People don't know what exactly it is that they're being asked to vote for, other than an increase in the millage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comment?
So I'm with these guys here. We had a video which captures the sound from Bard 45. Tried to put it on a stick. It didn't bring the audio over very well. So if you could listen to it for a quick 10, 15
Stick the
seconds.
speaker right to the microphone.
I,
What's that?
so you hear the foreground noise more, right? But you can hear them.
Stick it right up to the microphone.
That's what these guys hear all the time. It doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday.
Do those birds have a special use permit?
Well, as soon as they started going, the birds start going. We're in our field and they're like 10 acres away from our property line.
Are you on the north side?
This is the south side. We're on the north side of them, yeah.
Okay.
And that's where their speakers are directed.
All right.
I know they're, and whatever. And then when everybody starts clapping, it's like 3 times as loud as that. But anyway, that's a typical thing that we hear. And when they were doing Saturday, we'd hear it. Sunday, we hear it every Sunday. It's amplified. There's no way that they could have anything inside. Their facility wouldn't handle what they want to do, 300 to 500 people. They're busing people in from Bonadeos with shuttles. So if this is the gathering thing we want, this is not the place for it. Not right in our backyard. Whoever thought this was a good idea to approve it in our backyard, that's not a good thing in my opinion. It should have been somewhere more commercial. It should have been, at a big corner like where Bonadeos is. It should have been something completely different than what happened here. So I don't know if you guys are the main planning group, which I think you are. This was not a good plan in my opinion,
Well, it's based on what you're allowed to do by ordinance. And if you're a church,
Oh, Douglas Prime, 2281 White Lake Road. Doug's Prime.
so
I
anyways,
mean, on Sunday, they had to cancel because of the rain. They do not plan on doing anything inside. It's all outside every Sunday.
all right. But anyways, like I said, because they're a church, they have rights by ordinance to be able to do things on the property. Now, what they do, we have some control over.
Right.
And we, when they're setting this thing up, we don't have any clue how they're going to do this. I mean, other than they say they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And we tell them that there's not going to be any PA system or amplification. And then what do? They go out and
Do it anyway.
We're not there.
Right.
And we're not going to stand at their door just because to see if they do it. You hope that they would follow what they've been told to do. So you guys are saying they're not following what we're finding out what they're supposed to do. So it's our responsibility at this point. We'll go find out.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Can we kick them out of there? Probably not. But we can try to help them modify their program so that they're more conscientious about the rest of the public.
I mean, any church that I've been seeing in any neighborhood, you don't get what we're getting from these guys.
Yeah, not
Everything's
every week.
inside, contained within the building. As far as a church goes, this is a It's a concert thing. That's what they're doing.
The
You
young,
know,
the young people, that is the style that they have in church, even in
Yeah.
churches themselves. They are rock and roll church services. It's not what I went to church.
So can I do that in the corner of my property?
Yeah,
Have
go
a big
for it.
rock and roll amplified sound thing.
Yeah, big speakers and point it their way.
Right.
And I'm just
Point it to
kidding.
the
but-
south and.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So anyways, we appreciate your comments and thanks for the audio. That does help.
Cause that's what you'll hear Sunday when you go.
All right. So thank you very much.
If it doesn't rain.
We're going to carry on. So thank
Yep.
you. Any other comments?
Did you start your meeting early tonight? What time do you have now?
What's that?
7:06.
Oh, well, my time was off then. But the question I have is I sent a letter.
Can we get your name and address?
Yes, that's Catherine Gibbon. I signed in. It's 13 Cedar Highland, 48357. Yeah. I sent a letter and perhaps you've probably gone over this before, but I don't know what you're doing. When you moved the depot down here, you know, on M59 and Milford and put it over here, I'm wondering what the reason for that was, how much it cost and what they're doing now. And if you plan on doing anything else to this over here.
Okay. It didn't cost us anything to move it.
Huh?
That was paid for by Sheets,
By
are
who?
Sheets, the company that's tearing down all the buildings and putting in the restaurant fuel station. And the reason that we moved it is because it didn't serve any purpose there. Once you put in a gas station that would wrap around it, you pretty much should cut off any use of it. It was a small park, but it really had its noise. You guys are talking about noise, you know, M59 is not the quietest place to be standing around. So the use of that unit was worth more to the public to move it to the Veterans Park here and use it for loud music on Tuesday nights for the rest of our neighborhoods here. So, but it was paid for by Sheets to move it.
Spell that.
Pardon me?
How do you spell that? What? I can't hear what you're saying.
SHEETZ. Sheets.
Okay. Well, the thing is, reading your, those, monthly things you send out about your objectives and everything, part of it's historical and preserving your history. Now, could you have denied them that property or just sold them part of it? Or could you do more over here to make like add the it had the windows. It was in a pretty good condition over there before it was moved. And now it's just a roof and you can hardly tell. To somebody new, you can hardly tell what it's for.
That actually was built in the late 80s. Was it 2000? The 90s. It's not historical in the sense of, you know, the train station for Highland Township. It was basically built as what you'd call a gateway feature, so that people would come into Highland, they'd have something to identify that you're in Highland.
Oh, it wasn't authentic.
No, not at all. So instead of tearing it down, we moved it.
And we're now using it as a stage for our concerts.
Yeah, I've seen that. Are you going to do anything else to it to make it look a little more historical or?
There's plans for that park to have more stuff
If
done.
you look back there, there's a picture on a tripod, and it's a picture of the park.
Okay.
Proposal.
It's going to be
It's right back there.
what it's going to be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's it then. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, any more public comment? All right, Cassie? Tina? Jim? All right.
Soccer for 2 hours.
All right, we're moving on. Okay. I got one comment to make. One of our board members has a birthday today, Mr. Salvia. Okay. And the other side of that comment is he wants to get to dinner with his family, and we're kind of holding him back. So we're going to try and move this along so that he can leave to celebrate his birthday.
3 yeses from the audience. Thank you. What? Another one? Any more?
97.
97. 83.
All right. Thank you. Jeff.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. This is forever. It'll be on Facebook. Yeah. All right. So new business. This is consider adoption of the 2000 or the 2026 through 2031 Charter Township of Highland Capital Improvement Plan, Resolution 2626. So can we get a motion?
I move to consider the adoption of the 2026 to 2031 Charter Township of Highland Capital Improvement Plan, Resolution 26-26.
Support, Sylvia.
Okay, any discussion?
Just to clarify, is that a motion to approve it?
A motion to approve it, please.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't do this very often. We had that conversation early, so hey, this is new charting. Never mind.
All right, so any questions? All right, the capital improvement plan, it's in draft form right now on the website. So once we approve this, then that'll be the official, it'll get changed from draft to official. But the capital improvement plan is what we plan on spending from our general budget to maintain facilities like all of the buildings, vehicles, future plans for development of any of the properties that we might have. So if you go on there, you can see what we propose, how much money we propose to spend, what year do we propose to spend it in, and the reason for this is it sets up a plan so that anybody that is, if we change positions in this community, there's a plan there that says here's how you need to move forward. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. So I suggest if you got the opportunity, go on this township website and look up the capital improvement plan. And I do want to give special kudos to my assistant Cassie and to Beth. But I'm going to really give it to Cassie because she pushed this thing, learned how to do a capital improvement plan, and then it was presented to the planning commission, which went through it, and then it's the board's turn to send it off to be an official document. So thank you, ladies and board members.
Great job.
So any other discussion? All right, vote please.
Ms. Frederick?
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia?
Sylvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Howe?
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte?
Charlotte, yes.
Mr. Hamel?
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
All right, the next item, one of the things that happens in a capital improvement plan is you got to figure out what you're going to do when your parks and other facilities start to degrade. And the Duck Lake Pines Park parking lot is degrading. It's time for a resurface of some type. And generally what most people would think of is they would think that you would apply another layer of asphalt, which it's in probably good enough shape to do that. But the cost of asphalt is pretty astronomical. And there's a process for paving called chip seal, which ironically is not used in Oakland County, but it's used all over the rest of the country. And I don't know why they choose to not use it, but it's a relatively inexpensive, although when you hear the price for this, you won't think it's inexpensive, process that develops. It looks like asphalt. Most people would think it's asphalt, but any of you who have ever been on a road where they have the tar down and then they spread real fine aggregate on it, and then you drive on it and it packs it down, that's chip seal. But there's a second element to it that they do called fogging. Fogging is where they basically do a finish coat of a asphalt type material. It's actually an oil base. I don't know what the material really is, but they spray it on over the top of it. It locks in all the aggregate, looks just like asphalt. It's black, and then it can be restriped. So I'm going to make a motion that we approve. We went out for bids and ironically got one. So it's probably because nobody does chip seal in Oakland County, because Oakland County Road Commission doesn't ever approve it. So I'm going to make a motion that we approve Ace Asphalt Chip Seal to complete the chip sealing and fogging of Duck Lake Pines Park parking lot and driveway for a total of $94,500 with no budget amendment needed. Funds coming from the budget line 401-751-971.00 Duck Lake Improvement, and to approve the supervisor to sign all related contracts.
Support.
All right. Now,
Mr.
a little more
Supervisor.
discussion on this.
If you can please amend the motion to require a contract approved by the township attorney.
Yes.
I know you did the authorization you signed, but there's no contract in the packet. So I just wanted to make that clear.
As said. So can
Thank you.
get that? All right. As amended, do you
Support.
all right. As proposed by your attorney. So there's in the packet, there was two quotes. One was 90, I'll have it in a second. 99,500 and 94,500. The difference is the material they use is called either cyanic or ionic. And what it is it's a spray when they do the fog that is either positively charged or negatively charged. The ones that if you were to use it in Oakland County, it would be cyanic. It's positively charged. It costs a lot more money. Ionic does exactly the same thing. It's just a different charge. And what it does, it is kind of like a powder coating is. The limestone they use has a charge and it bonds to it that way. So we chose to go with the less expensive. You get exactly the same results. It's just a matter of the whether it's a positive or a negative charge and the cost of materials. All right. So any questions on this? All right, then vote please.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Charlotte,
Charlotte, yes.
Miss Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, so this is our exciting time here. Our former zoning administrator decided that she was going to retire from her duties here and go on the road with her husband for a new adventure. And so it left us with a vacant seat. And so we put out an advertisement to find somebody to fill that seat. And we went through our due diligence and interviewed 4 different people for the position. And I'm happy to say that we selected an individual that's here today, Timothy McLean. would you like to stand up and we'd like to introduce you? Would you like to just give us a little, the microphone right here, give us a little quick pass through of your life in the world of
Thank you. I have 12 years of experience in municipal government. Had a variety of different
pull the mic up
positions.
just a little bit.
I'm sorry?
Pull the microphone up, right up to your mouth there. There you go.
I worked in management and administration. My passion has always been planning and zoning. And when I saw this position, it was too good to pass up.
Okay, what about some of your past experience?
I've worked with you're just talking capital improvement plans. I worked capital improvement plans, ordinance amendment. I've been liaisons to planning commissions, zoning board of appeals, and I also have experience as a city manager as well.
And a DDA director.
Yes, sir.
So you've covered a lot of ground there. So I just want to get you to say it to us, and I appreciate that very much. And so we're going to go through our due diligence here, finish this up, and my plan is to see you at work tomorrow. Is that what your plan is?
Fingers crossed.
Okay. All right. So thank you and appreciate it very much. All right. All right. So
We don't have a motion yet.
I'm going to make a motion that we hire Timothy McLean to fill the position of zoning administrator. Starting pay will be $30 per hour, not to exceed 37.5 hours per week. Effective start date will be July 7th, 2026 at 5:04 a.m.
Support.
I added that. Forget that.
Maybe not to 5:04 a.m. Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Anybody have any questions?
Is he gonna be the liaison, Beth, to the zoning board of appeals, or?
Yep.
Okay, that's still the planning commission? Okay, good. I gotta keep Beth for us, so.
Well, that's special. So, all right. Can we have a vote, please?
Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Howe.
Yes.
Mr. Sharlick,
Yes.
Miss Frederick.
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Hamel.
No, no, just kidding. Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Thank you very much, Tim. And we're looking forward to it. Now we can clap for you. Just a fair warning, you'll have your hands full in that office. So I think you'll they've already got some special things planned for you, so be prepared. So, all right, thank you. And next item on that is we've got to figure out how to pay you. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the budget amendment to general fund for the hiring of the new zoning administrator.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported. Vote, please.
Mrs. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Sharlick,
Charlie, yes.
Miss Frederick.
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. On that note, meeting adjourned.
Thank you. You may leave the gifts by the front door. I appreciate all being with the party today.